Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey, welcome, welcome, welcome to another edition of Cash Flow Conversations. I am Christine Jackson, and I am one of your hosts today. I am never here alone, and that is the beautiful. Uh-oh, am I echoing y'all? I heard myself twice. Can y'all hear me okay?
Can hear you fine.
Okay,
Absolutely.
awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, all right, all right. How y'all doing?
Doing well.
Hey.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It feels like so long. Like, look, we gotta get to weekly. And I'm eyeballing Coach Tina J. We got to get to weekly. We got to get to weekly because I miss y'all. I miss y'all a lot. So let me say this before we go any further. Cash flow conversations is for everyone. If you now you know what, especially people with bad eyes. There we go. There we go. Don't be straight in your glasses. I know that was a dig. Camaraderie at its best, right? I appreciate my brother. I appreciate it. So, cash flow conversation is for anyone over the age of 18, whether you are single, married, parents, no children, it doesn't matter. Whether you're a homeowner or a renter, whether you get a 1099 or a W 2, if you desire multiple streams of income, you love to travel, you love helping people, you love making money, then we have a way for you to do all of that without it interfering with what you're already doing. Our businesses were built for busy person, those people who can find little increments of time to do everything that they want to do. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak. We know that. Entrepreneurs are, in some people's eyes, crazy because we would rather work 100 hours a week for ourselves than work 40 hours a week for somebody else. Or we do both. We will work 40 hours a week for somebody else and still put in another 40, 50 hours for ourselves. So we are building something, and I will prove it to you with some amazing guests from my network who I happen to love very much, who are making things happen for themselves every single day. So first up, you all know him, you love him. He is my co-hostess with I'm sorry, Richard, I did not mean to call you a hostess. He is my co-host with the most. It is the guy who's been with me since day one. When this was just an idea, right? When I was coming up after the meeting and asking people, can I ask you a couple of questions? I'm live on Facebook. Can I ask you a couple of questions? And it just grew from there. We became instant friends, didn't know each other from a can of paint. I walked up to him and asked, could I ask him a couple of questions? And we've been rocking this thing together ever since. It was what first it was Millionaire Mentor Tuesday, and then it was Money Move Monday.
One
And now
day.
here we are. Yep. Now we're here on Cash Flow Conversations. How are you doing, Mr. Richard Wilson III?
Hey, I am fine. I am well. I am thankful. I am grateful. I have a lot of gratitude for a lot of things. And,
I know that's right.
you know, uh, when all else fails, gratitude gravitates you.
Okay, listen, he's starting off with the bars. I love, 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 love. Right, right, right. We got to give it to him. Started out with the bars. All
Hey,
right, and
I'm
uh,
in,
and then hmm,
oh, I was going to say I'm in the Atlanta market. Uh, by day, I'm a retail sales supervisor with the Georgia World Congress Center. Just finished a big month with FIFA, the World Cup, and
hmm,
I tell you, it's been an experience on a lot of levels, and
yeah. One thing I
ready.
know for sure though, you've always been here. No matter what was going on, you made sure you showed up here, and that's why I love you and appreciate you so much. Let's move on down. Coach Tina J, my girl Tina Johnson, our millennial slash Gen Zer, and I say that because she's got her she's got her expertise in both generations. I really, 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 truly believe that. Coach Tina J, how you doing today?
All is well. It's always a pleasure to be here. I love talking with you guys, And if you don't know, my name is Coach Tina J. I'm a mompreneur and I have my iron in a couple of entrepreneur fires, you know what I'm saying? But I am loving the way that they are all panning out. Everything coinciding to each other keeps me busy.
Keeps
But
you
it
busy,
professionally,
productive, and making money.
but professionally I am in hospitality. So it's just a pleasure to be able to talk and work with people.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And this young man, we haven't seen him in a while, y'all, but y'all know he's been here before. We haven't. Yes. Yes. Friend, mentor, like coach. He's been all of that to me in many different scenarios. He's actually the reason why we're on this platform. And when I asked him to show me how to do it, he said, no, you got to do that for yourself. So just get on there and start pressing buttons. We were on a different platform when we started Money Move Monday, and it was not working for us. But thanks to our guest, Mr. Anthony Lumpkin, we are now on Restream, and we truly, truly love it. How are you doing, Mr. Lumpkin?
I'm doing well. Doing well. Glad to be here. Like you said, it has been a little minute since I've been here, but I'm glad to kind of bring my expertise to you guys out of the Orlando, Florida area. So glad to be here. Well, thank you.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh! Yes! I think we all felt that. We're coming to see you.
yeah, brother.
We gonna, yes,
We'll be down there.
we all
We're gonna be down there sooner than you think.
Mhm.
You're
yeah,
gonna
we
have to
we
go.
all felt that when he said Orlando. Everybody's eyes perked up.
We'll talk about that off air. So let's
No,
get
no, no,
into
no,
it.
no, no. We don't keep anything from our people. So, as you all know, Richard, Tina, and I are part of a fantastic organization called Planet Marketing, and our international convention is coming up soon. We are almost less than 30 days away, y'all, and we're going to take over the world's largest Marriott in Orlando, Florida, September. Well, we'll be there. The convention is September 10th through 12th. I think we're going to be there from the 9th through the 14th. So we'll have plenty of
I
time
think I
to
know
hang out with
exactly
Mr.
where y'all gonna be
Lumpkin.
at. I know
I know
exactly
you
where
do.
you guys maybe 15 minutes away from me, to be honest.
So you know already get us an itinerary together for one of those days so you can show us around town. Don't play with
All
us. We
right.
coming to see you. We coming to see you. All right. So Richard, you mentioned that you're in retail liquor sales. Tina, you're in hospitality. Anthony, you're in insurance. I'm in
Correct.
transportation. I did not introduce myself, but yes, I am Christine Jackson from St. Louis, Missouri. I live in Atlanta, Georgia for the last 13 years. I own a business called Joy Journeys Travel and Tourism. As you can see behind me, Joy Journeys Travel and Tourism is a full service luxury concierge travel service, hyper focused on transportation. So we run in the black SUVs, the Sprinter vans, things of that nature, taking care of all your transportation needs while you're in Atlanta. But we can also book your trip to Atlanta and make sure you get to see all the hot spots and enjoy yourself very much. So, four different people. 4 different walks of life, all entrepreneurs. Let's get into it. What's the best part about being an entrepreneur, Richard?
Oh, know that you're working on I won't say an absolute goal, but a goal that perpetuates you to do more and be more uh, for yourself first, then others.
I like that.
Uh,
All right.
I mean, entrepreneur, while it's an individual world, it's how can I say this? It's a everybody platform.
Hmm. I'm going to challenge that
Okay,
because everybody's not willing.
that's
There's
true.
some that are willing, there are some that are able.
There
You
you
got to
go.
be willing and you got to be willing and able. Like I said before, entrepreneurship is not for the weak. Tina,
Hmm.
what do you think? Is it for everybody? What's special about being an entrepreneur for you?
It's not for everybody. Everybody doesn't have a seat at the table, but
Woo.
the ones that do, you know, for the ones that do, I love the ability to be able to choose my own schedule and be so free to say, you know what, I'm going to do this after what I have to do after my 9 to 5. Or on my day off, I'm like, you know what, I'm full blown 5 to 9 today.
Mm.
Absolutely, absolutely. You can do it sometimes, you could do it anytime. I mean, you could do it anytime, you can do it all the time, but sometimes it's not a real time. Mr. Lumpkin, lean in on that. What's so special about being
Um,
an entrepreneur, and do you think it's for everybody?
Before I answer the first question, what's so special about being an entrepreneur? And I'm gonna paint a story here real quick as well as I go along with that. Um, Being a part entrepreneur for about 12 plus years, meaning I was working my 9 to 5 and then also working my entrepreneurship business. What did that look like in some cases? Mornings, setting my appointments, while on my, in the mornings as I'm getting myself together. Lunchtime, I'm eating my lunch at my desk, not on my lunch break. But then when it's lunch break time, I'm making no calls for my business. And then when I get home, hey, listen, y'all, kids, everybody, I need about 2 hours to make some calls to do what I need to do for my business. So that's what it looked like for me for the past few years, right? So like you say, answer this second question. Is it for everybody? No, it's not. Everybody doesn't want to, talk to people, put in the time and effort, do the studying, do the legwork, but get mentorship, which costs money. People don't want to do all that. They want a simple, hey boss, when I gotta show up, hey boss, when I get paid, and they cool with that. They content with that. You know why? Because honestly, within the system, with the 9 to 5 workers, those are people who want to do that, and we have to, or we do need 9 to 5 workers to make the world run. You understand? In most cases, so honestly, it's not for everybody. Because if it was, everybody be doing it. You understand? You're gonna be told no a lot when it's your business. You're gonna get tested time and time again. It took me 5 times to get my test for licensing. I wanted to give up. But guess what? It took me 8 times to get my SAT scores, right? To go to college. But guess what that meant to me? I'm a horrible test taker. My palms get sweaty. I get anxiety when I take tests. You understand? So I just know me. You understand? So I want to put in a hard work. And I had a work ethic at the age of 4. You understand? When it came to that. My grandfather owned a lawn business. That's what it was. And I want to make this final point. Um, 2 years ago, when I first quit my job, it was the first time I was able to take a summer vacation with my kids and family in such a long time. Why? I didn't have the time and freedom,
Mm.
right? And
Mm.
now I get to travel and work at the same time. I want to work 2 hours. Hey, y'all, let me get on this computer for 2 hours. Let me make $2,500. Boop. All right, we're good. Now I can go about my business or whatever that income looks like. So it's special to put that work in. But again, it's not for everybody. And guess what? Every day is I have to make money, because guess what? I don't have a dependable check to work to depend on. So every day is a working day, but I can put in at that time. So I hope that answers your question.
It absolutely answered my question, and it brought me to the mindset and the thought that came to me when you were talking, is that that's why we're here. That's exactly why cash flow conversations was started. Because if somebody watching, if we have one person who has an idea but doesn't know where to start, that wants to be an entrepreneur, they still have a 9 to 5, they just don't know where to start. We are here to give you some options, right? Speaking of which, you mentioned that your journey included you going to work from 9 to 5, and I think somebody said coming home and then working your business 5 to 9. What business are you in? I think we might have put the cart before
We
the
glossed
horse.
over that a little bit, and
Yeah,
I
we
failed
did. We
to
did.
introduce that. I'm
Yeah. So
sorry.
we
My
go. We go.
apologies.
No, no, no,
But
no. You're not. It's not your fault. I wanted to do. I wanted it. It was perfect. It worked out just the way I needed it to work, because I wanted to come back and let you individually talk about your businesses. So we'll go with Lumpkin first, and then we're gonna go with Coach Tina J. Richard, you're gonna round us up with this round of what exactly do you do as an entrepreneur? What is your business? Why should people be even listening to you?
first and foremost, as I mentioned, I have 10 plus years of experience in the life insurance industry, which I'm a broker. So I do life insurance, health insurance, legal insurance, where we set people up with trust. Trust is a big, big topic because guess what? A lot of our, not entrepreneurs, but entertainers, they get in these cases where, hey, families don't have a will, they don't have a trust, and guess what? It's going to probate. So honestly, the trust is a big aspect of it. And I didn't mention that to you when we first spoke, but that's another aspect that I do as well. But again, I'm just more so in that IUL space, early retirement, setting your kids up for generational wealth. And you can do it through life insurance. It's very simple. A lot of people are doing it. It's a way you can hide money and on tax purposes, because everybody talks about Donald Trump. But guess what? Guaranteed Donald Trump has an annuity, an IUL, where he's hiding money in a sense of he doesn't have to pay taxes on it when he pulls that money out. So guess what? Tax code is all in the IUL policy. So that's kind of the space that I'm in regards to what I do as an entrepreneur.
And we all know he's been doing it for years, but we're not gonna get on that tangent. Come on, Coach Tina J, tell the people what you do
Well,
as an entrepreneur. What is your? We're gonna talk about one iron that you have in the
okay.
fire. I want you to bring to the people the iron that you have in the fire that is bringing you the best return on your investment.
I'm going to say the travel portion of the iron is bringing me um, the best results because it's the fact that I specialize in groups, I specialize in cruises, and I love my business minded people. I love to take care of them as well. So, traveling uplifters, that's exactly what we do. And I love being able to be a part of the experience as a coordinator as well. So, it's like they coincide hand in hand. And it gives me a really good base of, wow, I didn't know I could do this, but it's my personality. So, it fits.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
you
Mr.
too cool with
Wilson.
them shades and everything. So I came out. I said, "Oh, she too cool for school." So I love it. I love it. I'm gonna come on here next time with some shades on, just like Coach Coach Tina.
Yep.
Yep.
Coach Tina. That's right. I'm gonna come with some shades next time. I got you. I got you.
You should see them in person. They are fantastic. They are fantastic.
I'm sure they are. I was sitting here
I,
saying it to myself. I'm sure they are.
I'm literally going to visit her so she can take me to her glasses person. He actually makes those by hand, and the copper and the stones, like it's she's like, what was it? Your granny you took to get you some matching shades with Tina?
Yes, I did.
Yes. So if
She said,
granny
I need
can,
Indeed.
me some shades too.
yes, yes, if
Indeed.
granny can go get some,
Mhm.
I'm going to get some too.
It is.
Richard, talk about your
Yes.
entrepreneur. Talk about your business. What's your business? Tell the people what you do outside
Uh,
of work.
outside of work, I have a travel service as well. It's called Bishop Travel and Transportation. We are the Royal Service of Travel. Uh, I assist people with all of their travel needs. It could be individual, it could be group, it could be a destination, it could be a cruise. So all I say is I'm here. Use me to get the best service.
Listen, every time he say that. Yeah, it makes me want to sit up straight. The royalty of travel. I
Yes.
love it. I love it. Come on, Bishop Travel
Well,
Services.
but
Okay, okay.
travel deserves that treatment. If you're going somewhere, you need to be treated royally.
I
Period.
know that's right. I love, 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 love it. Okay, so Anthony, my brother, the reason that you are here today, the reason that I love having you. You've been on a couple times, but I needed you to be here today because I was having a conversation with Coach Tina J. So I'm gonna turn the conversation over to Coach Tina J and let her ask you the questions that she was asking me. And I said, hey, you need to talk to my guy. You need look at it.
Oh,
You need to talk to my guy.
Oh,
Let him know what it is that you need. And
let's
well, I would
talk.
say this, what you desire to do. And I remember it was
Ooh,
something
a
about
desire.
a desire
Oh,
to
all right.
grow. I believe it was a desire to grow wealth because you do have a son. And you said, why would I wait? I need to be starting to grow wealth now. And I know what he did for me. And I know he could do the same for you and our listeners, right? So if you're
Mhm.
interested in growing wealth now, this is your guide.
And hello, hello. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm your new girl, Tina J, Coach
All
Tina
right now.
J.
All right.
So, question, because I have been
Yes.
talking about financial literacy lately, and a lot of it, like when you said trust, that put a little explanation point in my head because that's the area in which I was looking for, and I
Okay.
was hearing about irreversible trust, and I was hearing about 12% interest and stuff, and I'm like, what is the way? What is the way?
Gotcha. Now, when it comes to that, right? There are a lot of few ways that you can build wealth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some cases people look at stocks, bonds, and things like that. But my area is life insurance. Okay. So some of the ways that I'm helping individuals is through
What
what
is
we
the
call
way?
a IUL, which stands for a indexed universal life policy, right? So initially it has three focal points to the policy, so three components. First component, it is going to be a death benefit, right? So anything happens to Coach Tina, right? Let's just say she had a $200,000 death benefit, whatever amount you want to put on, but we use that just for sake of this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
$200,000. Anything happens to you, right? Whoever you designate to be your beneficiary, guess where that money goes? To who your beneficiary is. All right. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Second component, if we call those living benefits. We all heard of Aflac, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aflac with
Yes.
the duck and everything.
Mm-hmm.
How many of us have used Aflac before? Okay. All right. So me and Miss Jackson, right? So when it comes to Aflac, what do they do? Let's just say you got a dental plan, right? You got your dental plan, and initially you got your teeth cleaned. Aflac is going to cut you a check next week for whatever amount that is, right? Based on how the structure is. Similar to that, you have living benefits inside of the IUL policy, which those has three components: terminal, critical, and chronic illness, right? So we can Google those basically and get kind of go down the timeline when it comes to that. Okay. So for example, I had a client last year in January got a policy. It was a $200,000 policy, granted, right? That's a coincidence. And then husband and wife, if they both had a policy, got into a car accident. So within that, she called me a month later because she was healing from her injuries. Um, Accident was so bad it caused a lot of brain injury, right? It caused a major brain injury in both of the husband and the wife. She called me that month later to say, "Hey, Anthony, I know we discussed the policy. How can we take advantage of that $200,000 in the policy?" Typically, with certain carriers, they give you either 80% or 100% of what your death benefit is, right? Because your death benefit is tied to your living benefits. Okay. So I said, "Hey, send in your paperwork that's stating what your injuries were." She sent it to me. I sent it to the carrier. It took about 7 days for them to process that basically that whole concept of getting the living benefit. So 3 days later, they got a check for $160,000. So now just step back, right? They have a life insurance policy that has living benefits attached to it, right? And what that did for them, they were in a situation they were not working. One, didn't have a whole lot of money in the bank. Two, And guess what? Third, they were about to get evicted from their home.
Wow.
Okay.
Mm.
Now, I'm a preface this. I've been chasing this same person for 9 years, calling every month. Hey, are you ready? Hey, are you ready? Hey, are you ready? Life gets in the way, family gets in the way. But if I had not been persistent, guess what their situation would have been? And she basically was crying on the phone and say, Mr. Lumpkin, thank you for following up with me because guess what? Had you not, we wouldn't have had this and we would have been in a messed up situation. Okay. So they took that money. They didn't use the whole 160. They put, I think, 100,000 back and used 60 to kind of pad their bank accounts because they were kind of transitioning, paying some bills and getting behind on things. So they used that money to do so, right? And the crazy part, how I met her, right? She saw one of my ads, and the mom of that individual basically she said, "Hey, my daughter needs to look at this," and it was the same woman I've been trying to chase, and she got it that day. So that's kind of how that worked, right? Divine intervention, I guess. All right. So that's the second component. And the last component, which everybody gets excited about, is called the investment component. So that money essentially it grows into that account, right? This is not stocks, right? What do stocks do every day, guys? And let me hear some answers. What do stocks do every day?
They rise and
They
fall.
get
They
rise
Rise
and
and
fluctuate.
fall.
fall,
They go up and down like a seesaw, right?
fluctuate.
Up and down.
The roller
Correct.
coaster.
There we
Yeah.
go. That's another term I like to use, roller coaster. Great. So it goes up and down. Now, that's tied to the stock market. So what is tied to stock market? Your 401ks, your 403bs. Those are all government affiliated. What
Hmm.
do government affiliated have in common? What do they like to do? Right? What do they always attach to everything?
Pay
It's a three-letter
taxation.
word.
Oh,
Nope. Tax.
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 Taxation. I said taxation. Yeah.
Tax. There you go. They want, hey,
Hmm.
listen, all right. Take your
Got to get my
401k,
piece
boom,
too.
you get tax. There you go. Take money out, there's tax, right? So that's what when it comes to that, I always ask the question when I'm talking to clients. I say, client, how much money will you have by retirement? Again, no one can give me an answer. Why? Because what does your money do? Up
Fluctuate.
and
Fluctuate.
down. So you cannot dictate how much money you're going to have by retirement. With an IUL, you can. Why? Because there's no market volatility. Okay. Your money is in index form, right? So what is an index? Index is essentially where your money does not take any market volatility or market loss whatsoever in the market. Okay. So it's essentially what's going to happen is your money's going to grow in between 6 to 12% on a common basis, right? You study the index market, that's what it typically performs, 6 to 12%. Now, I'll ask another question. We leave our money in the banks, right? Elon Musk. How many of y'all know Elon Musk?
We all do.
I studied him
Yeah.
a little bit. He doesn't leave much money in the bank. Why? It's not growing.
Interest.
It's not
Right.
growing.
Exactly. Right. So we leave our money in the bank. What does the bank do with our money? Can anybody tell me?
Yeah, they using it
They
they
use it.
using
They
it.
lend it
They
out.
They got
borrow
to get
it.
their
They
piece of the pie
borrow it.
too.
Yeah, they borrow it from us, but they don't pay us any interest.
Boom. I'm gonna speak on that. So whoever you bank with, Christine, you bank with who?
I'm with Wells Fargo and Navy Federal.
Wells Fargo. Do they send you a check every month? Say, hey, Christine, we borrowed such and such money. We earned 20%. We're gonna give you 5. Do they do that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Coach Tina, do they do that for you?
No, they don't.
Okay. Richard,
Yeah.
has your bank ever done that for you ever in your lifetime?
Yeah. It's her bank too. Wells Fargo. No.
Okay. Okay.
Chase
All
doesn't
right.
do it
So
either.
correct. So my point is, how come we're allowing, and I'm gonna preface this way. You guys can do your research, and I wish I would have had my thing. I would have sent this out. Banks invest in life insurance as well. They invest
Mhm.
hundreds and millions of dollars of life insurance. How many of you guys knew that?
I did.
Mm.
Yeah.
No wonder they
No one.
want to
Okay,
try to freeze your stuff that's in your name.
bingo. So my
Wait,
point
say it
is,
again, Tina. Say it again,
oh,
Tina.
go ahead, Tina.
I said, no wonder they want to freeze your stuff when it's in your name, or try to
Mm.
freeze your stuff when it's in your name.
Hmm.
That's why we put it in the trust, but that's another conversation.
Mm-hmm,
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay. so within that, right? So within that, if they're invested in that, why aren't we doing the same thing that they're invested in? Doesn't make any sense, right?
Well,
And
we
here's the
don't
thing, and I
because
say the
I'm
government.
sorry. I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I really want to answer that one, and this is gonna help somebody. We don't do it because we're not educated. We don't
Mm,
know to do it. It's been happening for years. We've all heard of the five families that run the world, right? It's like they've been
Rockefeller.
doing this for years. They've been
Mm-hmm.
doing it for years. So that's why we're here again, y'all. That is why we are here to educate and give you words of wisdom. Matter of fact, it's a comment I just made on the YouTube because we're on YouTube and Facebook. But I just had to interject that.
Mm-hmm. Now, when it comes to that, I'm glad you said that, the education piece, right? We can educate all day long, but until somebody is fed up, it's going in one ear out the other. Like Coach
True.
Tina said, when she said, I'm ready, all right. It has to happen. She's ready to receive it. Now, was she like this 5 years ago, 10 years ago? I don't know if she can answer that. I don't know. But until you are ready for it, I can talk all day and tell you how much money you're gonna have by this age. You're not able to receive it, it's not gonna happen because it's not your time and you're not ready to receive it. You understand? And that's the other piece to that as well, right? So back to what I was saying, we should be doing exactly what the banks are doing, investing our money. So this is a concept to where you can invest your money now and it won't basically hit any market volatility. So let's say, for example, Coach Tina has $50,000 in a 401k. I have $50,000 in my IUL. We're both at 10%. Okay. Now, since there is a called a 0% floor, what that means for the index in the IUL, if the market were to tank, okay, let's say we're at the 10% and the market goes negative 20%, Coach Tina is going to lose maybe $20,000, $30,000. I'm not. Why? Because my money hit that 0% floor and it stops at right at that 50%. It will not go below that number. That's a guarantee. So whatever money that you're putting into your IUL, okay, or an annuity, whatever you put into the IUL, guess what's going to happen? It's not going to hit any zero market of, well, it's not going to go below that market. So you don't have any worries about losing any money, but your 401k does, your 403b does, and guess what? You don't have to pay any taxes on taking that money whatsoever. I took money out of mine, no taxes, and put a down payment on a triplex. It yields you me $7,200 a month. I created an asset by using life insurance. Everybody can do this, right? I have two kids, 11 and 10. By the time they're 18 years old, they should have $210,000 we can use for college. They don't want to go to college. We can use it for a business. They don't want to go get the business. We'll buy them a business and let them run it
And
all
this is
through
with
life
the
insurance.
IUL.
Yes, that is correct. All with the IUL,
Didn't I
all
tell
with the
you he was the
IUL.
one? Didn't I tell you he was the one you needed to
Yeah.
talk to?
So in regards to that, in a nutshell, that's the IUL. And then the whole thing is people put the IUL inside of their trust because guess what? We want to protect everything. So you have an LLC, which I'm pretty sure you do. We can also put those the beneficiary as your the trust under your beneficiary and go from there and merge it together. So guess what? If someone tries to sue you, you don't own anything, you control everything. What the other hue of people do. And you know when I say that, what I mean. So
Mr.
we're gonna
Lumpkin,
keep it
give me your
moving.
contact. Yeah, well, give me your contact. You see how quickly I was ready. Give me your contact information. I'm gonna put it in the chat. So give me something that you
Um,
don't mind people reaching out to you on. I don't want your private number.
listen, people, my clients have my private number. I don't mind about it. Call me, please.
Okay.
So
Okay.
phone number 786-504-0982. That is my personal, well, one of my personal lines where you can reach me. And if you want to reach me on Instagram, you can see there on the screen is at Policy Agent Lump. Again, Instagram is Policy Agent Lump. I do have podcasts out just like we are doing right now. So I do have videos, and one of my videos has got me a lot of reviews because I go into a more extensive breakdown of it and talking about the different like Jewish communities, how they do this and they have bar mitzvah. That's why their kids are able to have generational wealth in their community. But we don't do this. We don't understand it. Or we don't want to grasp the concept of setting our kids up for success rather than failure. You understand? So we rather buy we had the big prom and have all this money. And I saw this is a few months ago, and we need to start doing better in I'm gonna say the black community, because that's what we're addressing. We need to do better. I saw a guy, a young boy, 17, did it, went to prom, flashing all type of money, had cars, looking very nice. The very
Mm-hmm.
next day, he passed away, or I think that night he passed away. And guess what happened? They
They
set
had to
up a
have a
GoFundMe
GoFundMe.
account for
They
twenty
had to
thousand
They
set up a
dollars.
did.
GoFundMe.
They had to set up a
How
GoFundMe. I
sad is that?
remember that story. I remember
How
that
sad is
story.
that? So, as parents, I will say this, and I'm gonna let you take this back over. If you have responsibilities as a parent, or whatever the case may be, and you taking care of somebody look up to you, you should have life insurance. Do you have to have a lot? No, I'm not. Do you have to start IUL? No. But if you want to build generational wealth or start cash to build, yes, you should. But if somebody depends on you, you should have life insurance, and you shouldn't be doing GoFundMe's or use GoFundMe's to that, because that's the new life insurance policy. GoFundMe accounts. That's what it is. And it's ghetto and it's embarrassing. I will say that again. It's ghetto and it's very embarrassing, to be honest. So I'll leave you with that.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And I appreciate you, Tina. I know you. I've known you for a minute and we vibe every time we talk. So I know the wheels in your head are turning. And just wanted to say, Anthony, we appreciate you for always showing up. And I honestly, I want us to set up something quarterly. I know we don't do can't we're not gonna do monthly because we're only on here twice a month. But I want to
Look,
set up
look, look,
something
look, look, look.
quarterly.
Say less. It's done.
All
It's
right,
all done.
y'all.
It's all done.
Y'all heard it here. We are going to set up something monthly. I'm sorry, quarterly, to have Mr. Lumpkin come back and give this information because I promise you, um, and it was easy. Let me say that as a client, right? I have mine set up and it's on automatic. I pay quarterly, and I just make sure the money's in there because I mean I'm actively saving anyway. So as I'm actively putting 25 to 35% of my income in my savings account every month, my IUL is being
It's going
paid
as
quarterly.
well. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's just automatically coming out, and so it's not like you said. You don't even have to start with a lot. I don't normally like to talk numbers, but I'm paying less than $800 a year,
Mm-hmm.
or just right above, like maybe $844 a year, something like that for the year.
Yeah, and I would say this, right? A lot of people are seeing videos where people are illustrating, meaning they're illustrating, hey, this is what it would look like if you put 2,000 and 1,000. Do I get those clients? Of course I do. I deal with all type of people. Police officers, lawyers, politicians, all type of people. But my concept is start by starting. That's the bar, as in it, just start by starting, right?
It
It all
absolutely.
starts with $1. It all starts with that 1 inch of belief to say, you know what, I'm just going to start. Even if I got 25, $50, it
Yes,
starts, right? You can
yes,
start
absolutely.
generating interest on that alone. You understand? And you look back on it. And I say this, I have one of my childhood friends. I just saw a claim come in. He had it set up for his kids. Not a claim. He basically just took out $3,500. I don't know what he needed for. I see the emails come in when people take money out their account. I can see that. They'll tell me, hey, such and such just took money out. Just want you to be aware. It was I think $3,500 came out. He didn't have that in his account, like, or saved or anything like that. And that was only in the span of a year and a half almost that money built up that fast. So the point is, it doesn't matter how much. And he wasn't even putting in $100 a month. And that was for one of his kids. So my point is, you can start with using any number. Now, the more you put in, the better, but you still can start. So
Right. And I'm glad you said that because I wanted to get to that point. So yeah, I'm paying maybe about $844 a year, but I have the option to put in more. So this for me, every year, if you have children, I'm gonna say more than likely you're gonna get a tax refund. A lot of people take those tax
hmm,
refunds and do absolutely nothing with them. What if you took your tax refund and put it into your IUL every year? you know like it's simple strategies like this that we talk about on cash flow conversations that most these conversations that people are not having. We are too adults, as my granny would say, you too grown not to be having these type of conversations.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Money should not be taboo to talk about. You don't have a problem spending it. You would some, a lot of us would rather carry the bag and rather instead of invest in the company that made the bag, right? So, we gotta change our mindset, and that's what we do. That's the organization that we're a part of. That's one of the things we do. I was having this conversation yesterday with a young man. I met him at Quick Trip. He absolutely hated his job. He could not stand it. He had his reasons. He's taken real estate classes. He's in barber school. I'm just looking for a way out,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's about to get married, got married in May. And I gave him a book. I gave him, we do book recommendations at the end. I gave him The Slight Edge. And just
Great
so
book, by the way.
happened, we started reading it the very next week after I gave it to him. And so he reached out to me yesterday. He was like, "Man, I'm enjoying the book. I want to get started with you guys, but I want to wait till the end of the month." And he gave me all these lists of reasons why he could not get started right now. So I left him a voice clip. And on the voice clip, I sent back, I said, "Everything that you just named, we help you get better at doing. It's a personal development program with a compensation plan attached." And that leads me, I want to share something with y'all. I was watching this earlier and I said, she is speaking the language, especially, and the reason I selected this young lady today is because she works for the federal government. A lot of people inside of Planet Marketing work for the federal government. So you need something else. I don't care. Like telling people to go to school and get a good education and go get a good secure job, and those
It's
government
dead.
jobs,
It's dead.
it's not there anymore. So what we're teaching people is if you work on yourself, if you personal develop, get more emotionally intelligent, and start working on yourself, you're going to become the type of person who can
Change your
handle
mindset.
financial literacy. Would you say, Richard?
Change your mindset.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at Miss Tiffany Pierce, and I want you guys to get out your pen. You might need to write down a question or something if your mind works like mine, or write down a comment because when we come back, I'm going to ask you what you thought about what she had to say. All right.
I'm originally from Arizona, reside in Chesterfield, Virginia. I'm a mother of three, a 24, 21, and 7-year old. Both of my parents were military. My father retired from the actual Army. My mother was in Army as well. They divorced when I was young, 2 years old, and so stayed with my mother in Arizona. So my maternal side is in Arizona. Just a little bit about me. My mother's a recovering addict. So because of that, that's how I ended up in the state of Virginia, where my father continued to raise me. So I went to Virginia at the age of 10. The transition was devastational because I didn't know what was going on, right? And then you're taking just from all you knew to a new, and really being able to adapt to what that is. Knowing my father loved me, right? So you never worry about that part. But as a daddy's girl, he taught me that if I wanted to run through a brick building, I could. And so that for me, after all I've been through in life, the greatest heartbreak was losing my father. He always told me, don't let anybody or anything get in your way. I tell my team and I talk to a lot of people about the fact that I don't care what statistics say. I don't care what the norm is. I don't care what life may tell you you're bound to, what box you may be in. You are more powerful than you ever know. You can control and do anything you put your head and your mind and your heart to. And that was one of the things that he instilled in me. I don't care what your upbringing is. I don't care what seems to be in your way. I don't care what people tell you. If you want to do it, go do it. And so from there, because of my upbringing, I became what we call an overachiever, and really never being honestly satisfied with just once you achieve it, going for the next goal. So my obsession, my addiction is success, and Planet allows me to fuel that. I was introduced by a great friend of mine. I always tell people we went to middle school together, high school together, rode motorcycles together, line danced together, and all of that stuff. But she did not realize, she knew in me that I kill everything I touch. This business has absolutely changed my life. It allowed me to not only match the six figures that I make with the federal government, I was able to do that in a matter of 2 years. And 4 years later, almost at $250,000 residually, and just been able to really help people change their lives and whatever that looks like for them. So, absolutely amazing experience. Success leaves clues in what we do. There's a blueprint. If you follow the blueprint and you just mimic it, but you have to adapt it to your life. It's not always going to be pretty. I remember one of the first things I heard when someone said, where's the balance? There is no balance, but there never has been a balance in life. You'll be a better mother than you are a business partner, a better coach than you are a mother. Like, there's just different aspects of life. I will say, as a female and as a mother, we've learned how to do that early on, right? You just have to, or you'll never make it. Anybody can do it. I don't care what your background is. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what your life circumstance looks like. Whatever life gives you, squeeze the lemon. Make the best lemonade that you can. You'll meet people every day. So long we were taught either not to speak to strangers, or you didn't know how to build the relationships with them. I believe the higher power, God, positions us in front of people's lives for a reason. And you have to look at what that reason is. Even if you don't understand it, you don't know how you can impact them. So simply by building that relationship, even if it's a 5-minute conversation, can absolutely change people's lives. And if you realize that you may be the missing puzzle piece to their lives, you'll talk to more people. So the blueprint is building relationships. Talking to people and introducing them to something they didn't know could absolutely change their lives. Growth has been because of the relationships built with other leaders within the organization, where they literally taught me how to skip over the mistakes they've made. And when you're in an environment where people are sharing their successes and their losses, if you pay attention and if you're a student, you'll continue to propel exponentially, because you get to skip all over all of the stuff that didn't work or wouldn't go the way you thought it would. Stop sleeping on your potential. You are an amazing puzzle piece in this masterpiece that we're building, and no one can take your space. Stop overthinking. Stop overthinking what is. The worst that could happen is you fly. That's it. That's all. Because when you soar with eagles, you have no choice. I am Tiffany Pierce. I work full-time for the federal government. I am Planet.
I am the missing puzzle piece in other people's lives. I am the missing puzzle piece in other people's lives. We all are. You are a missing puzzle piece in somebody's life. The idea that you're sitting on, the step that you don't want to take, right? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, and most of us are afraid of the one step because we keep looking at the 1,000 miles. That's
Mm.
my takeaway. Tina J, what did Miss Pierce say that stuck with you the most?
Success leaves clues. And the first thing that I heard was business is unusual. Business as unusual. You know, it
Richard.
really
Oh,
brings
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
no, no,
ahead. That's
no.
it.
No, 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 you're fine. It really just
Keep
bring
going.
it brings out the morals, like you always kind of yourself, and as you continue to build yourself, it brings out those morals that was at home with mama and daddy. You know what I'm saying? You're now over the age to be, nobody's too old to get wisdom from their parents, first of all.
Ooh,
But the fact that the morals that's installed in her, it brought out, you know what I'm saying? And you just never know who needs that energy. So that's my piece.
ooh. Y'all talking today. Come on, Richard Wilson.
Preaching it, it ain't
What
even
did
Sunday.
well, right, preaching it. It ain't even Sunday. We gonna need an offering plate. Richard, what did Miss Pierce say that stuck with you the most?
Oh man, she said several things. Um, let's see. Learn how to build relationships, knowing that people are important, knowing that you're important. What's the saying? Uh, People know you care when they know how much you care.
Yes. People don't care how
Okay,
much you know until they
they
know how
don't care
much
how
you
much you
care.
know
Yeah.
until you
Mhm.
right. Thank you. They don't know how much you know until they know what how you care. Uh, that's the whole thing. Then she went down from that to stress the point on mentoring, having somebody else have first of all have a listening ear, and then secondly have someone speak to that ear. And what I mean by that is someone better than you, someone that understands and know. She said people like she said there were people that taught her to miss the mistakes they made. Okay, so that's growth. Um, and then the last thing I think I can say in doing that, when you soar with eagles, you have no choice but to fly.
Mm, yes. I love it. I love it. Come on through, brother Anthony.
At a few points. So, um, one, the success leaves. She said clues. I say crumbs. Right. So, what does that speak to? Find someone that you like, right? Find someone that you can learn from, that you look up to in a business mindset or just relationship, way that you can kind of grow and learn from them. Ask them, hey, if you want to learn what they're doing, ask them, hey, can I be a part of this? Can I work for you for free so you can learn things, right? Sometimes closed mouths don't get fed, right? So and sometimes if you don't have the money to pay for that mentorship, ask, hey, can I, be a fly on the wall? Can I do some work for you for free? And guess what? You could be that fly on the wall. That works. That's the old school way of doing things. And see if that works, right? Second thing, right? Because that's that mentoring piece is big. Um, you're destined to be great. When she said that whole concept within herself and just being in the space of, when she talked about her father, when he left that piece of her and she kind of used that. You're destined to be great if you want to. It's all up to you. So if you're not taking it serious, you don't believe, you are what you think of, right? So if you think you're not going to be great, guess what? You're not. It's that simple. But if you believe in yourself, how she believed in herself, she said, listen, I want to conquer this thing and I want to move to the next. I want to conquer this and I want to move to the I love success. That's who I am. That's what I breathe. I love that. That's brilliant, to be honest. But like you or Richard said, it started in her mind, right? It started all in her mind. She believed that she did because it was implemented in her and she's using it and giving it to other people. And the last thing, I always say this: learning is a lifelong lesson. The day you die is the day you stop learning. Again, I'm gonna say it again. Learning should be a lifelong lesson. The day you die is the day you stop learning. But everybody they know it all. Everybody think, oh, I don't need to know. You can't teach an old dog new. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So that was my last thought. But those were. Thank you for that video. That was powerful. That's powerful.
Yeah. And that's what we, like I said again, I'm always gonna bring it back to that's what we do here. That is why we take the time to be here every week. It's worth it to us, right? Because we want, and usually at this time we would do words of wisdom, but y'all already gave them, and that's why y'all seeing me at my head down because I was typing, because I want people to hear and see. I want people to see what you said. You hear, we talk, how we do. Oh, you see what I'm saying? No, I
Hmm.
really want people to see what you're saying so they can go back to that, and you can come back to this video. You can go to YouTube and type in Cashflow Conversations and you can see what each of you, what I pulled out of what you just said, right? And it's important for you guys to know the reason I play that video is because I want people to understand. Like I was talking to the guy yesterday, this is a personal development program. It is going to enhance your life in every way, not just business. It's not just about the business, it's about how many people can you touch. It's bigger than just the business. How many people can you touch? So go on. I know we do normally with the last few minutes, we normally do book recommendations as well. So if you guys want to give your book recommendations, I'm here, I'm present, not ignoring anybody. I'm just making sure that what you're saying is getting on the screen so people can actually see what you're saying. So whoever wants to go first, Mr. Lumpkin, I know you are very well read. You, when I said Slight Edge, you was like good book. So we've been reading the Slight Edge. I think we finishing it up today. I think we finished it up today or this week, and we're going on to the next one. Book
Um,
recommendations. What you got?
I'll use I'll go first if you don't mind. We've kind of been going back to the what is the Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Because we're basically, our philosophy is getting people out of that W-2 mindset. And I'm bringing new agents in the business, and we have to transform their mindset because they're thinking like a worker bee. You got to get in that mindset of working your business like a business. All right. So you got to pay taxes, right? That's a whole nother concept. You on the 1099, you ain't taxes ain't coming out. So guess what? You got to save all your receipts. You got to do Schedule C or put your business in an LLC, and
Hold on.
we're going through that whole concept because that book is a foundation, and it's probably my second book that I read, that I was actually interested in ever reading. So when it comes to that, the Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki is a good book. You can always go back to it. A lot of gems in that, and we're using that to kind of go through our agent seminar to help people gain a better understanding of business. So that's our book for now. Oh, can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there you go.
There's there she goes. Nope.
Are we listening for someone?
Yeah, she was going through the books.
Hmm.
She has to take that Bluetooth off. Unconnected.
What was the name of the book? You said it was by Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah, Cash Flow Quadrant. Yeah, Robert Kiyosaki. Throwback,
Can
but
y'all hear
we
me
kind of going back to it for our new agents coming in. Oh, there
Yes.
we go. Yep.
Welcome
now? Okay.
back.
Yeah, I had to disconnect the Bluetooth. All right, Miss Christina J, give the people your book recommendation.
Y'all know I love to say the word stay focused, right? So I gotta hit us with The Power of Focus
All right.
Who is it by?
by Jack Canfield, Mark Victor Henson, and Les Hewitt.
All right. And okay, I gotta get that one too. I got the Cash Flow Quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki, and The Power of Focus. All right, Richard.
Okay. I'm going to go with the one with mindset shift in relationships. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich.
Always good read.
There are a lot of relationships there. There's there's a lot of building there. Um, there's he also gets into a concept what he calls the mastermind principle or the mastermind group. So it's all there. All that is a component of mindset shift, mindset change, mindset ability.
I love it. I love it. Tina, why did you recommend The Power of Focus? I know that's your tagline, but
I do like
give us a little bit more.
it's the enlightening of the clarity for me. The identification of seeing the big picture and what that really looks like to you.
Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, y'all, I thought we were going to go over. Honestly, I do want to go over just because it's been so good. Um,
She's
I'm
on
having,
point.
yeah, I'm having little technical difficulties. I will definitely go back and make those comments because I really wanted Anthony's point to be in there. Success leaves crumbs. And then I also want to put the book recommendations in there, but YouTube is not allowing me to put any more comments in. Maybe it's something I don't know about the algorithm, like I can't comment anymore. But I'm overjoyed. Like I said, we got to we got to figure out a way to set this up weekly. We got to find a way to set this up weekly, um, because I think more people need to hear from us. I really do. I really do. When you are in something that she said too, when you know and you want something, you just got to do it. We know that we are adding value. We know that. So we just got to expand, y'all. It's just that simple. We need to expand, or we need to figure out a way to reach more people. We need more engagement, more visibility, whatever that looks like. We've come a long way. I'm not going to take anything from it. We come from not even knowing that this platform exists, to learning how to work the platform and making sure that we all show up and give the people exactly what they need. So, final words. It is 8:59. We are wrapping it up. Last words, famous last words. Go, Tina J.
You are the company that you keep around, and I pray that you continue to uplift yourself in positive, uplifting, motivating, empowering company. People who want to see you win just like I want to see you win.
Hey, Richard.
Hmm. Have faith in yourself. Believe it can happen. And lastly, execute.
Oh, I love it. Have faith and believe it can happen, and then execute. Done is better than perfect. Get it done and stay focused. Come on, brother Anthony.
Um, I got two things. It's kind of going. This final words. I'm gonna add some stuff, and I should talk about that. But last thing, for me, be the change that you want to see. Again, be that actual change that you want to see. And secondly, for those of you, I know this is left field. AI is the new gold rush. I'm gonna repeat that again. AI is the new gold rush. Get in front of it or get left behind. It's going to make the most millionaires ever. I'm gonna say it again. It's going to make the most millionaires ever that the world has ever seen because it's already happened. So that's my last one.
Love it. I love it. I love it. And you know what? When you come back, I think we're going to dive deeper into that because we're all using it. We're all using it. Even people who won't admit that they using it. And I told my daughter and I have this debate about it. You know, she is the 23-year-old activist version of me, right? And I was telling her it's always been around. Now it's just open to the public. It's always been
Mhm.
around. It's been around since the beginning of the internet and probably before that. If you look at, I was looking at a logo the other day, or just be looking at stuff as I'm driving, right? I saw a food truck wrapped in an AI flyer. I was in the gas station, their menu, I could tell it was AI because, and we had no idea until we got access to it.
Mhm.
So never be afraid of anything. Actually, I'm gonna just put it out there. If you are specializing in AI, come on, be a guest. Let's talk about it. Let's get the word out and see how people can either learn from you, learn with you, or teach you something. That's my final word. Get around people who can teach you something. I am a product of my environment. I surround myself with like minded people because I see the growth in myself, and other people tell me they see it too. So I am Christine Jackson. This has been another episode of Cashflow Conversations. We are back in 2 weeks. Cena always make sure we send the love. Come on, Richard. Bring your thumbs down a little bit, Richard. Make your thumbs into a point, Richard. You almost got it. There, yes. Okay. There
Come
we go.
on, circle. There you
There
go,
we go.
heart. There you
There
go,
we go,
heart.
heart. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love y'all and peace